I'm here in Medjugorje and I'm with, what's your name?
Janet Moore,
Where are you from?
Wichita, Kansas.
Wow, and when did you hear the first time about Medjugorje?
Probably over 30 years ago.
And
I came in 1991 when I came over with the first UN peacekeepers, actually,
wow.
right at the very beginning of the war.
Uh-huh.
And so it was amazing grace. I was actually a single mom, and I heard it when I was listening to Mother Angelica. She would talk about Medjugorje, and I had fallen in love with Our Lady of Fatima when I was a little girl, and it pierced my heart, and I'd always tried to live her messages. So when I heard that Mary's coming again, and that she's in my time, and I just couldn't imagine how wonderful it was that to be given the grace to go and see her. Actually, I had no money at all. Mother Angelica said, if Mary wants you to come, she will give you the money. So that's what happened. I had no money at all. I prayed and I got the money to come. So it was amazing. I got to see Father Yozo. I got to meet several of the visionaries. It was just her embracing me with her love, and just giving me new joy for this new life that she was giving me. My husband had walked out and she was saying, it's okay. You're surrounded by love, and she just filled my sons and I with just incredible love. So it was a wonderful
unbelievable.
time. Yeah.
And when you heard the first time about Medjugorje, what did you feel? Did you feel a calling to come? Or?
Yeah, immediately. I immediately knew it was true, and I immediately, like I said, was so excited that she was coming in our time, and that I could actually be there to be where she's coming and to go visit her as she comes to visit us. So yeah, immediately I just knew it was true. I read the book Wayne Weibel's The Message. That's how I heard, and plus Mother Angelica.
Wow.
So, yeah.
And what did you receive, like here coming here? How did you receive any graces or?
I saw the miracle of the sun. Father Yozo laid his hands on me, and not just me, but everyone that he touched was just resting in the Spirit. I just got filled with grace after grace. Visca prayed over me. It was just Mary's love pouring into me in all different forms. Yeah, it was great.
Amazing.
Yeah.
And wow, and how was it going up the Apparition Hill for you?
Oh, it was wonderful. Yeah, it was wonderful. I've been here 7 times since then. This is my 7th time. Yeah. I was a lot younger then, so it was a lot easier. So I have 5 years ago, I came with my husband and my daughter, and he was very, very ill at the time. He was literally dying. He had gotten, it was just supposed to be a simple surgery, and what happened was he got completely infected inside, and they couldn't clear up the infection, and so he had lost like 60 pounds, and he was just literally dying, and there's no doctor that could help him because they had filled him with mesh, and it was just too dangerous to take the mesh out. And so we came in faith, we came in hope and love. It was also the 100th anniversary of Fatima, so I felt we had already made this plan to go to Fatima on the 100th anniversary, Rome, and then Medjugorje. And when he got here, he had been in a wheelchair the whole time. He could not walk. And the night before we were to leave, he had the inspiration. The only thing he really wanted to do on the whole entire pilgrimage was climb Apparition Hill. And so the night before we left, he tried. And remember, he's been in a wheelchair. He's like deathly sick, 60 pounds less, and just being eaten up by infection. And he started climbing and praying, and we could not keep up with him. He had so much grace he climbed both the joyful, the sorrowful, and the glorious. He climbed it all, and he was just he was not healed, but he was given grace to just know that Mary is with him. And then Mary, through the next several months, always on her feast day, we got a new breakthrough. And eventually we got to see, I think, the only surgeon in the whole country of the United States who could take out the mesh. It was on the Feast of the Exaltation of the Cross. And so he's better now, but he's still sick. But anyway, so that was a glorious...
Unbelievable.
yeah,
You touched me.
Pilgrimage, yeah.
Wow.
On that same pilgrimage,
Yeah.
I was at daily mass, and Our Lady came to me, and she was crying, and I can't express or try to explain it, but she was just weeping and crying so deeply, and I knew it was for her priest sons. She was praying and missing them, missing the ones that wouldn't come to see her like a mama. She's missing her sons. And she's
daughters.
trying to help, but this was for priest sons. This was my call. This was a call to help, for me to help bring priests to her. And so it was incredible. It was life-changing. I've never been the same since. But my husband was so sick, I had literally 24/7 trying to take care of him and try to find help for him. So I just prayed and fasted, but just slowly, she's been unfolding her plan, and now I'm on the 4th pilgrimage with the apostolate of priestly consecration. She gave me that name as I've been praying, and so just within the last 2 pilgrimages, I've had 11 priests and a brother with me, and so incredible, wonderful priests, and so she is just fulfilling her call in ways that I can never. I just am so grateful. I was just in tears, just overwhelmed with her graces that she's pouring out on this apostolate. This time last year, I was walking completely in faith, but in darkness. Nothing was working out, and I didn't have any idea any of this was going to happen. I had the call. She told me this 40th anniversary year was so incredibly special. She was going to pour grace upon everyone who came. She wanted to bring souls to herself in this 40th anniversary year. It's so biblical. It's so incredibly powerful to be here right now. And so she asked me to do 4 pilgrimages, and so I'm fulfilling. This is my 4th pilgrimage, so for the 40th anniversary year. And so I, like I said, I was just in tears a couple weeks ago before I was coming, because just more and more people were coming. I had 2 pilgrimages back to back. I came on May 22nd, and then we were able to go to the Croatian island and be with Father Jozo for like a 5-day retreat. He taught us from morning till night. It was just incredible. It was incredible.
What did he teach? Can you sum it up for the people listening?
Prayer, faith, love, just very deep, profound interaction with God, to just grow.
To have a personal relationship and deepen it, no?
Grow deeper.
Through
deeper. And he
prayer and loving.
Medjugorje, talked about what it was like with the communists coming, and he was the one that got imprisoned for the faith. He was the first pastor here, and
when the apparition started, he was here.
And so he has just so much depth to him. And he talked about the people that were so persecuted here. To believe was you either were imprisoned, you couldn't find a job, you lost your job, you got exiled. It was not an easy thing to do.
And we all have to know this is the true faith of communism.
Yes,
it will come back. It is already coming back all over the world. And this is the faith of it. And that is what is happening to all of us if we don't fight. If we don't stand up against this madness, you know?
It is.
Isn't that?
Yeah. So do not believe. They're the face of, whatever.
It's the angel of light. It sounds nice, but it's not nice at all.
Not.
This is communism. Yeah?
take
Beautiful.
away complete freedom from you.
Everybody, we know, we can see it in China, and we can see it in
Yes.
North Korea. You can see it
Yes.
all over the
Yeah.
place. I saw it in Germany. I'm from Germany.
Yeah.
I implore everybody: don't follow communism. It's hell on earth.
It is.
It is no love. It's not. They tell you, they give you everything. They don't give you anything.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know,
It's all false promises. It's all
false
lies.
promises. Christ gives the right promise, which means you follow your talent, you use your talent, and then you receive free from heaven. You know.
Yeah.
And not the other way around, that the state gives you. Can't work like this, never ever, you know. It's to suppress you individually, you know.
Exactly.
No?
And that's why Our Lady of Fatima came.
Mhm.
You know, she kept asking us to consecrate Russia and to pray for them and to sacrifice for sinners. And so this is when John Paul II was almost assassinated, when he was shot. He asked for it was on the Feast of Our Lady of Fatima, May 13th, and so he asked to read those messages again and to read the secrets of Fatima. And after he read them, he lived through communism, he lived through Nazism, he lived through all of that. And he cried out to Mary, and he said, I cannot do this alone. Please come to a communist country. Please come and help us. And within 3 weeks, Mary was coming in Medjugorje. So he believed completely in Medjugorje. He always knew that it was an answer to his prayers. So when Mary came in Fatima, she said, in the end, my heart will triumph. And so she says that again through Medjugorje. She says, what I started in Fatima, I am going to complete in Medjugorje.
How beautiful.
Yeah.
And what would you tell people, especially you said your ministry is priests,
Yes.
but also all people, what is so special about Medjugorje? Why should people come here? What would you like to tell them?
There are just unimaginable graces for you to strengthen you in your faith, to encourage you, to prepare you for the times that we're living in and the times ahead, so that we can stay close to God, so that we can stay in her heart, which will triumph, so we can live in just without fear, because we know our mama's going to triumph and God is in control. So just to strengthen our faith, and to just, she pours out grace upon grace for us and helps us to pray, because prayer is communication with God. And so
And the key is from the heart, no?
Yes. And so if we're praying, it's pretty much impossible to stay in fear, because we're in communication with God, who is the author of all things and who is in control. You know, Satan is like a gnat to him. He's nothing. We don't have anything to fear from Satan. We don't have anything to fear from his plans, because God's plans are greater, and he knows everything that's going to happen, and he's got this. So
Wow, beautiful. Thank you for this beautiful interview.